Hello, everybody. This is Bobby. Welcome to episode 105 of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. We're going to pick two random SoulsBorne bosses, and then they will engage in a brick wall destroying contest, or perhaps a brick building destroying contest. And whoever destroys the most brick buildings, or their brick building the fastest, will be the winner. I bring this up because a old church nearby us is collapsing, and it is about to collapse into the street. So that street is now closed while the town tries to figure out what to do with it. So I just figure if I bring the SoulsBorne bosses in and they deal with the situation, it'll be a lot less costly. See? Trying to save everyone money here. Trying to do my community service for everybody. Trying to do my job as the man around here. The battlefield has been cleared. It can house any and all SoulsBorne bosses, and it has housed all of them at least twice in SoulsBorne Battle Royals that we have held in the past, including on episode 100. There are nearly 100 bosses in this little generator that I've created, and some special spots that can create some interesting scenarios. So we are going to stop this wheel, and we are going to see who the first participant is going to be on episode 105 of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. Sin the Slumbering Dragon. Sin the Slumbering Dragon has made a couple of appearances in SoulsBorne Battles to the Death. As a dragon, I would not consider him one of the tougher dragons in the history of SoulsBorne lore, but he is still a dragon and should not be underestimated under any circumstances. He is very difficult, and he can do a lot of damage very quickly. And, certainly not a boss to sneeze at. So, yeah, that's definitely not a boss we should be, thumbing our nose at or anything like that. So, and he can destroy brick buildings pretty quickly. So, he's a pretty good boss to pick here in this particular episode of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death. So, I do not hate that pick at all. I do not hate Sin the Slumbering Dragon. So we're going to take this wheel for another spin, and we are going to find an opponent for Sin the Slumbering Dragon. It better be somebody big and or powerful, because I know Sin the Slumbering Dragon can take out this old church really, really quickly, and help us deal with our problems in a timely manner, which would be very nice. Like yesterday when I was coming home from work, half of the street was closed, and then today the entire street was closed. So they must have thought that was a better idea. Can't disagree with them. It was a better idea. All right. Sin the Slumbering Dragon on one end of the battlefield, and on the other end of the battlefield we have Aldrich, Devourer of Gods. This is kind of an interesting fight. Aldrich is pretty tough. He's slow, obviously. He is slow, but he's tough, and he has very strong magic. So, this is not as bad a fight as you might think it is. So, he possesses the capability to destroy a brick building. Probably not as fast as Sin does, but, whatever. I make jokes about what these competitions are, but let's face it, it's a battle to the death. So, we're gonna go with that here. We're gonna go to the contractually obligated bio, so let's have a look at Sin the Slumbering Dragon. Sin, you may be stunned to find, is a dragon who slept a lot. He's a long sleeping dragon who was discovered by the people of Shova, Sanctum City, The Sunken King built Shelva around Sin and created Dragon Sanctum for him so that he could rest peacefully. Which in my mind does quite the opposite, but that's just me. Eventually, Sir Jorg and the Drakeblood Knights mount a siege on Shelva to kill the dragon and steal its blood, believing that it grants a true understanding of life, quote-unquote. I would have liked an explanation as to why they thought that, considering that's very vague. Jorg and the Drakeblood Knights are able to kill all the guards and fight their way all the way to Dragon Sanctum, where Jorg goes face to face with Sin. It doesn't go very well. Sin expels a whole bunch of poison that was built up in his body for whatever reason, which completely wipes out the whole city and kills Jorg. Aldrich, Devourer of Gods. At one time, Aldrich was a cleric in the Way of White, which originated in Irithyll, the Boreal Valley, which implies that Aldrich may have been a descendant of the gods of Anor Londo. Despite his status as a man of the cloth, serving the gods, Aldrich was actually a depraved cleric who delighted in devouring humans and indulging in their last screams, which makes me wonder how he got to his position in the first place, but that's just me. Eating people became so routine for him that it bloated his body and gradually turned it into sludge, because Dark Souls. When Pontiff Sulyvahn rose to power in Irithyll, the Boreal Valley, Aldrich's habits may have drawn unwanted attention to Pontiff. So Pontiff may have had him exiled to the Cathedral of the Deep, which I kind of wonder how Pontiff got that power, how he was able to do so, but he found a way, so more power to him. Apparently, the Cathedral of the Deep specialized in rituals of purification from stagnant darkness, which Pontiff hoped would contain Aldrich's terrible habit. When Aldrich was posted at the cathedral, he was provided with a new steady flow of sustenance, which resulted in the Road of Sacrifices. Evangelists would be dispatched to the Road of Sacrifices, and they would tell stories of enlightenment, and then they would be sent off to Aldrich to be devoured, which that's a no-go for me, brother. After presumably decades of gorging himself on humans, Aldrich gained an extraordinary amount of power, which gave him the qualifications to link the First Flame, somehow. Since he was being prepared to become a Lord of Cinder, Aldrich was even allowed to indulge in his depravity as much as he wanted, and he was even allowed to eat children, some of them even his own. But Aldrich, to his credit, when the time came, did in fact sacrifice himself to keep the First Flame going, so good for him. But even though Aldrich was no longer around, his stay had been profound, and through devouring humans and their dark souls, the purified water around the cathedral had become corrupted, and eventually it became the Deep, an abysmal sea of rotten darkness. When Prince Lothric refused to link the First Flame, the Lords of Cinder of old were brought back to life to once again be used as fuel to prolong the Age of Flame, and Aldrich was one of the many that decided fuck that shit. But Aldrich saw a vision of an Age of Deep that would follow the Age of Flame, and he thought that he could help facilitate that by devouring the old gods. So that's what he set out to do. He went back to the Cathedral of the Deep, and he started seeking out the old gods. He gathered an army of deacons and marched on Irithyll, and he fought with the troops of Pontiff Sulyvahn and squashed them, apparently. And then the two struck a deal. Apparently, Pontiff would maintain some control over Irithyll, and then Pontiff would basically serve him Gwendolyn, who would basically be, I don't know if Gwendolyn was the first god, but he would become the sacrifice to Aldrich. So when you, as the Ashen One, come across Aldrich in the game, that is exactly what Aldrich is doing. Aldrich is consuming Gwendolyn, and I did not know this when I first played the game. Some of you who have seen my playthroughs know that I played Dark Souls 2 first, and then 3, and then 1. So when I first came across Aldrich, I thought that Gwendolyn was Aldrich. Come to find out much later on that Aldrich is the sludge behind Gwendolyn, and he is actually consuming Gwendolyn when you come into the room. And basically Aldrich panics and takes control of Gwendolyn's body and then starts attacking you as Gwendolyn. So when I learned that, that was actually pretty horrifying. So I had to go back and watch that a few times. And actually, if you while you're fighting Aldrich, you can hear Gwendolyn screaming throughout the fight. So that's very interesting. Aldrich has given me many fits in the past, and I have had more than a few problems with him. My youngest son, Aiden, has beaten him in 7 tries, though, the first time he fought Aldrich. So he likes to rub that in my face every now and again. So yeah, Aldrich is certainly an interesting boss. He is quite slow, but he's very powerful in magic. And his arrow attack is just absolutely ridiculous, especially in the second phase. So yeah, Aldrich lives up to his name. He is the devourer of gods, and and as such, one would think you wouldn't want to cross paths with him. And I think that's pretty much all that you really need to know about Aldrich, devourer of gods. This is yet another tough one to call. Aldrich is the devourer of gods, of course, but he is slow, he is plotting, but Sin is a dragon. But Aldrich has very powerful magic and many tools in his arsenal. And Sin is a dragon. I can say Sin is a dragon all I want until the end of time. In the end, though, it's tough. I'm still deliberating even as I'm recording this, but I think I have to give the slight edge to Aldrich. I think Aldrich just has too many tools. I think he has too many tricks. I'm really hesitant about that, though. I mean, I really think it could go either way, and if someone says that Sin could beat Aldrich, I'm not going to argue with you too much, but I do think Aldrich has the edge in this fight, and I do think that Aldrich will walk away with the victory. So that is my verdict at the end of the day. Aldrich, devourer of gods, would defeat Sin, the slumbering dragon. But that is just my opinion. Feel free to leave yours in the comments. And with that, yet another edition of SoulsBorne Battle to the Death draws to a close. RobertBlanchardBooks.com. If you're interested in the award-winning Roar of a Dragon series, you can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free. If you'd like to hear more about them, the Rise of Dragons podcast, wherever you find your favorite podcasts. My Linktree, my Instagram, my Twitter, all Bobby's Roll 2110. Mondays, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Elden Ring No Crimson Flask Run, Volume 2, Learning of the Lakes. This past Monday, I was just basically fed up with life, I guess, and I dove into Carrion Manor sooner than I anticipated, but it goes better than I thought. So if you want to go check that out, feel free to do so. Back in the archives, I have the Dark Souls Remastered No Estus run. I have the Elden Ring No Crimson Flask run, Volume 1, Limgrave. I have the Sekiro No Healing Gourd run. I have the Dark Souls 3 No Estus run, and the Dark Souls 3 No Level Up run. So go check those out if you are interested. The Bobby's World Hunger Games, very popular series on the channel. Your Father's Story, me answering questions from a book, talking to the boys about life and such, and things of that nature. It's a vlog style type series, so check that out if that is more your speed. Wednesdays, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is what you're watching right now. SoulsBorne Battle to the Death, so I don't really have to explain exactly what that is. Saturdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Bobby's Gaming Lounge, where we hang out. It's my weekly live stream. We hang out, and I just play games, and you come in the chat, and we just have a merry old time. Although this coming Saturday, I don't think there will be a formal episode. Oh, shoot. I'm doing this ahead of time again. No, I'm right. I'm right. Oh my god, I'm so freaking tired. I'm very, very sorry. This coming Saturday, there will not be a formal episode of Bobby's Gaming Lounge. Instead, earlier in the day, I am going to likely do the 2-year anniversary stream of the Elden Ring, Be Elden Ring in Less Than 6 Hours stream, which, again, I did 2 years ago. It was on New Game Plus then. This time it'll be on New Game Plus Plus, because it's the same playthrough, but I have not leveled up this character anymore. So this should be even more interesting than the last time. Last time I breezed through the stream quite a bit. I didn't die at all until the Mountaintops of the Giants. I can't remember the names of the places. My brain is completely mush right now. So yeah, that was the first time I died. So I anticipate that this time will be a little more difficult. So that should be a fun stream to do. I'm probably going to start doing it at like 10 in the morning. I'm thinking that's when I'm going to start doing it, but stay tuned to my Bobby's World Facebook, YouTube page. That's where I generally post new things. And to my YouTube community page. I've been posting updates there as well. So stay tuned to that for more updates on that. Leave a like, subscribe, notifications, and all that crap. I love and appreciate you guys very much. The channel is still growing, and I still very much appreciate it. Still busting my ass 24 hours a day. Pretty much. It feels like that anyway. But yeah, working hard all the time, and you guys seem to appreciate it. So, and I appreciate you guys for coming along for the ride. So, yeah, all the analytics are up, so that's what I like to see, and I very, very, very much appreciate it. So, just want to say I love you guys, and thank you so much. I hope everyone has an amazing week. Be well, stay safe, and as always, it's Bobby's World, and you're all just living in it. See y'all, Steve alive, y'all. Bye.
Hey, boss.
Yes, Courtney.
Mrs. Anderson called. She wanted to order several copies of your books for family and friends.
Oh, that's amazing. Get some ordered, have them sent over to me, and I will sign them for her. I really appreciate it if you could do that for me.
I didn't know you were an author.
You did. Courtney, you've been with me for like 2 years now, and we've talked about it fairly constantly, and there's an ad at the end of every one of these videos.
Well, that doesn't mean that I listen to everything you tell me. Are the books any good?
Well, ReadersFavorite.com said that its intensity rivals that of the Game of Thrones series. I know, that's pretty crazy, but that's exactly what it says. It's on the Cry of a Raven review. Go check it out.
Well, that's pretty cool. What are the books about?
It's about a soldier who gets exiled for saving a baby dragon, and later he's killed, and he wakes up 3,000 years later with strange powers, and he's watched over by the very same dragon, and the world has been overrun by evil, and he now must travel back in time to stop the evil that started in his own home country.
Wow, that sounds interesting. How can I get copies of the books?
Well, you can go to robertblanchardbooks.com and order your copies there. You can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free. And if you want to hear more about them, you can listen to the Rise of Dragons podcast.
You have a podcast too?
You know what, Courtney? You are doing such an amazing job that I think you are due for a raise. How does that sound?
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Thank you, boss.
You bet. Too bad the raise is going to be when I raise a water balloon over her head and just... Maybe I'll wait until her mom calls. I think she'll find that pretty funny. Go to robertblanchardbooks.com right now and get your copies of the series that got 3 5-star reviews from readersfavorite.com, 3 Author Shout Recommended Reads Awards, and 2 Literary Titan Silver Awards. You can read the first 3 chapters of each book there for free, read more reviews, short stories, and much more. And if you want to hear more about them, you can listen to the Rise of Dragons podcast wherever you find your favorite podcasts.